I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of love. I hold you in my heart. You are my family. You are the face of God. You are the face of peace. You give my soul release. I share my good with you. You are the face of God. I am the face of love. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. Now we are the face of God. We are the face of God right here, right now. We are the face of God. We are the face of God. I am the face of love. I am the face of love. And so are you. You are the face of love. Let it shine out. We are the face of love. We are the face of love. Just sing that with me. We are the face of love. We are the face of love. We are the face of love. All that we are, all that we have, just let it go. I send my love over the mountains. I send my love over the sea. I send my love into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my joy over the mountains. I send my joy over the sea. I send my joy into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send power over the mountains. I send power over the sea. I send out power into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send peace over the mountains. I send peace over the sea. I send my peace into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my love over the mountains. I send my love over the sea. I send my love into the heavens, and it returns
Well, welcome to the Grants Pass Center for Spiritual Living. I'm Reverend Steve Van Meter, your senior minister, and it's my honor to welcome you here. And we know that you have a lot of different places you could go for service, and we're so glad that you found yourself here. I'd like to start with our vision mission statement, which states, "We are an open, loving, spiritual community dedicated to evolving consciousness through teaching spiritual principles." And so it is. Again, I want to just thank you for showing up on our website and being part of our spiritual family. We've been expecting you, so thank you for not disappointing us. At this time, I would like to introduce my assistant, who is our board president, practitioner, ministerial student, Nan Bankston, for the announcements and today's practitioner portion of the service. Nan?
Well, good morning, good afternoon, whenever you happen to be viewing this. I'm so happy to have you with us. I have wonderful announcements this morning. As we mentioned last week, your e-news will be sent on Friday and Saturday, and I think it's going to come out mostly on Saturday right after lunchtime. And that way it arrives in your weekend timing for your enjoyment in the evening or all day Sunday or whenever you feel like watching it. This week's entire service is an improved video for your spiritual upliftment at this time of seeming separation. Much gratitude to Louis Milano for providing his audio-visual expertise at this time, and it'll continue. And we have also entered into a licensing agreement for using music from many artists and publishers, so we may provide many of our favorites and other new selections again. We may not be able to gather in our center, but we are all one, so I hope you will enjoy our service. So the announcements this week, on Wednesday morning at 9 a.m., there is a weekly prayer and meditation Zoom meeting. It's only for about 15 to 20 minutes. It's hosted by myself and Reverend Stephen, and the information to connect on Zoom is in your e-news. If you need any assistance in being able to set up that connection or have any questions, you can call me at 541-479-0254, and I'll be happy to assist you. Now, I know there's some questions about how classes are going to continue on here, and I can tell you that our Practitioner 2 classes are continuing on schedule using Zoom technology. Also, Essential Earnest Homes, which is a required class for a certificated class to continue on the practitioner program, will begin on April 6th, which is a Monday. Kim Bebo, RSCP and ministerial student, will be facilitating those classes, and they will be held Mondays using Zoom technology until the center can reopen. If you wish to register, please contact Kim and or myself for details on how the process will work, and the information for that for emails is in your e-news also. The other great announcement that I have this week is that the bookstore and the library is going to be open for limited hours weekly beginning Tuesday, this Tuesday coming up, from 11 to noon, and then on Thursday from 5:30 to 6:30. Now, this is a very special and a very monitored time so that we can provide people access to get books in the bookstore or to buy magazines. And everyone will use the entrance on the side door on the deck, not the direct kitchen entrance or the sanctuary front door. The door attendant will ask visitors what their temperature was at home before they came and if they are well today. One person at a time will be allowed into the bookstore and or the library. The bookstore attendant will maintain social distancing unless a visitor needs assistance finding a book or during the payment process. All surfaces will be disinfected before and after each visitor has used the facility, and social distancing will be monitored on the porch area, the deck area also. In this time of extreme caution, which is a really good thing so that we can stop this interesting experience, please do not come to the bookstore if you have fever, cough, sore throat, or other cold symptoms or have had them in the past 2 to 3 weeks. You'll find information for this also reiterated in your newsletter. And again, because the Tap Rock Grill is closed for safety and public health reasons, the Soul Sisters Supper Club will not meet in April. It's been canceled. So now I would like to move to the ecclesiastical portion of our service. And I'm going over to ring the gong. And now, if you'd like to join us in singing We Are One. Treasure, I'm counting on you for this one.
We are one. We are one. I am you, you are me. We are one. And in this unity, we shall live in harmony as peace has come, as we are one. We are one. We are one. I am you, you are me. We are one. And in this unity, we shall live in harmony as peace has come, as we are one.
Thank you. So now in your newsletter, we have today's gratitude. And if you'd like to join me in reading that, I give thanks that I am a unique expression of God, and I recognize that perfection in everyone. So I am Nan Bankston, and I am everything that Stephen said, and I'm still my kid's mom as far as I know. And today, the flowers are courtesy of Mother Nature as you look outside your door and see things growing and little things flying through the air at us with pollens. So we can give thanks for the flowering of spring that is beginning to occur here. So now I'd like to say today's prayer. Today, I move out of the box of human labels and recognize that all human beings are spirit expressing. And so now I'd like to ask Treasure to come back and we will sing I Am Loved. Wonderful. Thank you, Treasure. So this week we have some semblance of normal service with the songs, and it feels very good, doesn't it? So for today, I'd like to share a special message, a prayer that came from Reverend Dr. Christian Sorensen at Seaside Center for Spiritual Living in San Diego. And as I say this prayer, I'd like for you to just take it into your heart, and then we'll have a few moments of silent meditation before we begin the rest of our service. So this is a prayer for trust. Trusting in the infinite power for good, I recognize its ever-presence. God is the music and rhythm of life itself. It is the source and support of all there is. Standing in this corridor of life with closed doors behind me and infinite passages before me, I trust in the energy that guides the universe to direct my steps forward. Believing spiritual guidance comes to me through ways I know not of. I am open to the infinite wisdom's guidance as a natural part of my life. No matter which door opens, I step through with God. I am never alone, but always connected, appropriately equipped for everything I need to fully and richly enjoy this world. As new doors open, I safely step through, letting go of the fears, for I trust my process in life. I find my journey filled with joy, health, well-being, compassion, forgiveness, and love. I know there are not two infinite powers in the universe, only one. I remain centered in this spirit as I make my choices. I confidently call upon my God self, trusting the direction of my walk through life. Increasingly, I become more aware of God speaking and guiding me from everywhere. I am blessed with wonderful opportunities that honor my self-expression. I am free in mind and rest in ease. My emotions are balanced as I deal with ups and downs of life's situations. I am far more than my personality or place in life. I am spirit expressing, and I trust that activity. I rejoice in the assurance of my life being lived free from fear. I am grateful for the freedom of living a life of trust. It feels good to know all is well in my world. Filled with appreciation for knowing my companionship with God, I let go, trusting with unshakable conviction the loving power's guidance to bring about the highest and best. And now, if you'll just take a minute and turn within and just allow that trust to settle into you, knowing with unshakable conviction that that loving power guides you to your highest and best. Oh, and just taking a wonderful breath in of that loving presence around us. I bless this time together. I call it good and very, very good. And so it is. And now, a special piece of music from Spirit Song, followed by Reverend Stephen's talk. And we'll go on with our service.
Whatever you feel, I feel too. You're a part of me, and I'm a part of you. Your prayer is my prayer too. My prayer too. I hear the worries that are in your way. There's nothing I can do to take your fear away, but I'll help you reconnect with that voice that's deep inside. Let angels wrap you in your love, and let Spirit be your guide. Your prayer is my prayer too. Your prayer is my prayer too. Whatever you feel, I feel too. You're a part of me, and I'm a part of you. Your prayer is my prayer too. Your prayer is my prayer too. Your prayer is my prayer too. Sing with me. Your prayer is my prayer too.
Living and welcome. The monthly theme is honoring the divine feminine in all. And today's topic is Spirit is every gender. So I'd like to start out with something funny that happened to me. Several years ago, I was at the store and the checker said to me, "Can I help you, ma'am?" At which time, of course, I put my manly voice on and said, "Of course you can." And the gentleman said, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't really look up and just saw the hair." So after that, I had my hair cut short, and it wasn't long after that that I had gone back to the supermarket, and another checker said, "Can I help you, ma'am?" And I laughed. I said, "Yes, you can." And I realized that it wasn't particularly my hair. It possibly could be the energy that I hold. So I decided at that point that I was going to grow my hair any way I wanted to, because I wanted to do what made me happy, not what someone else perceived me in being. That kind of goes with our theme today of appearances. We see the divine feminine beyond gender. It is the givingness of spirit to itself, and we recognize the divine feminine in all life. We unify with it, and then we realize it, give thanks for it, and let it be. When we can see the face of God in everyone and everything, and interact with them the way that they prefer, we are contributing to a world that works for everyone. So, you are the face of God. What does that mean to you? When you look in the mirror, what exactly do you see? Can you smile at yourself and say, "Yes, I'm the face of God"? Or do you begin listing off your imperfections? It's what we do. See, our body is our spacesuit, built to carry our soul and our spirit through this life and into the next. That's what it does. So how are you surviving the ride right now? It's a very interesting time. There's a lot of interesting energy right now. So I'll ask you, has fear of what is going on in the world crept into your awareness? And I would be lying if I said that there were times that I didn't feel fear. It happens. But if we are the face of God, Do we believe God can carry us through every situation? Or do you feel like you're just roughing it all alone? And I waffle sometimes. I don't always have the perfect faith of God. If there were ever a time to test our faith, it's now. We are all being stretched to different places in our mind and possibly different places in our lives. I know that I've spoken to several people. I've made an effort to call several people in our congregation. And some people who don't know how to use technology are being stretched into new ways of breaking down those walls and beginning to click on different places on their email to find new vistas. Many people are understandably afraid right now. It's natural to fear what we do not understand. Fear is easy. Faith takes work. We have to sometimes work at our faith. We need to look at what's going on and forcibly at times bring ourselves back to the positive perception. To just relax and rest in your faith that God has this can be challenging, but it's a place where we do need to eventually get to, where we can relax and know that God does know what it's doing in the vast scheme of things. That is what I love about this teaching, Science of Mind. God does have our backs because God is our backs and our fronts, and everything that we will ever be is God in form. And that, my friend, is the very essence of faith itself. In Science of Mind, we teach connection. That not only are you connected to source energy, you are source energy in form. There is no separation. And as that energy, that source, will see you through everything one way or the other. Does this mean that challenging things won't happen to us? That challenging things won't affect us? Not necessarily. What it means to me is that whatever happens to me is part of a master plan. And that is where I can rest. And I cannot fail if I hold tight to my faith, my connection, my belief, my knowing that I am God, like everything and everyone else. I and the source that created me are one. There is only one of us here. With God and I as a majority, nothing can harm the calm peace of my soul. Faith doesn't always happen overnight, but it can. For some, it's a process. For me, faith was courted and developed and tested. And as it's tested, it strengthens and becomes who and what you are. It is already within you, waiting for your recognition of it. So, I invite you to say to yourself, I am faithful right now. God is my source. I, as my source, will weather any storm, for I am strong in spirit. To me, this is what it truly means to be the face of God. And now I'll get into my regularly planned talk for this week. So, when we can see the face of God in everyone and everything, and interact with them in that way that they prefer, we are contributing to a world that works for everyone. I think that's partially what's going on right now, is a readjustment phase for us to see things differently. We've all had to change most everything about our lives. And in that upheaval, there is a new perspective. If we try to hold on to the old perspective, it can leave us feeling very alone. So, how do you want to be interacted with? With respect? With love? Then we need to broadcast respect and love in our givingness. You get back what you put out. This is a reciprocal universe. And if we don't change the way we give out energy, we can't expect to get it back any different. We need to see things differently. And in the seeing of things differently, we start to have a different reaction. The world starts to shift into a different way of being for us. And I believe that now is part of that shift. We can awaken, strengthen, and grow by recognizing spirit is not limited in how it demonstrates. Spirit is never limited by a previous experience. That opens the window for a new idea to blow in. Ernest Holmes said in Science of Mind 365, "It is in the giving of oneself to every person, every project, and every association with zest, love, and friendliness that one sees the larger possibility in all things, beauty instead of ugliness, love instead of hate, and the divine hidden within the human." When we can see the face of God in everyone and everything and interact in a way that we prefer, that they prefer, we are contributing to a world that works for everyone. And that is the key. The world that works for everyone doesn't mean everybody gets everything they want. It means we all get what we need by coexisting with one another, by loving each other beyond the appearance. Because if we can see that everyone is the face of God, you too begin to unravel that mystery. Answers start to come. Healing starts to be revealed within the mystery of all that is. So, begin seeing the face of God everywhere. It takes work. It's going to take us to get out of our comfort zone and shift a little bit. To build and maintain effective relationships, it is imperative to acknowledge and accept human expression without confusing what we see with who we are. The divine feminine enables us to engage with people who are different from us, grounded in a consciousness of innate wisdom, using flexibility and nurturing that demonstrates respect for everyone we meet without disregarding or disrespecting their gender, identity, or expression. This is what creates a world that works for everyone. So in conclusion, we need to see the face of God in everyone and everything right now. Let's interact with each other in a way that they prefer, with respect and with love. And in the process, we will be creating a world that works for everyone, right here and right now. And so it is. So I'd like to lead you in prayer at this time. If you'd like to close your eyes if that's comfortable for you, or take a soft focus on something in your vicinity that allows you to go deeper. Let's go into the oneness together, shall we? So I invite you to bring to the forefront of your consciousness what you choose to believe the power of creation is to you. You can call it God or Christ consciousness or source energy, great spirit. That's your business, whatever you choose to call it. But I think we can agree that there is one power, and each of us is a divine emanation, an outpicturing of that power in form. Truly, there is only one of us here, united in that power. Let's move into a healing energy. I invite you to look beyond what you may be walking through right now. What does the world look like, healed, whole, and perfect? Moving our consciousness to that energy will invite the healing essence in. We don't deny that we're walking through a challenge. We know that there are situations that we may not understand, and that's okay. But as we move to the energy of the divine healer, the divine essence that knows what it is doing and does it by means of each one of us, we move to the healing of all that is. Oh, how good it is to rest in the love of the universe, knowing that whatever is going on is part of a bigger understanding that we may not have been revealed the energy to yet. But I have to know with all my heart and faith that something is happening that is powerfully good. And if you can't believe that, you can borrow my belief. I absolutely know that something is moving, changing, and transforming. And that as we have faith in that power, we become part of the solution, part of the energy of love that straightens every challenging place out, that goes before us to make the way straight. So we give great thanks right here and right now for the healing and the revealing of truth in every situation. So grateful for the wisdom of the universe that goes before us, that informs us of what ours is to do next. So I let go with great thanksgiving as the fountain of gratitude overflows within our being, knowing that something beautiful is occurring and we are so grateful for it. We easily let go and let God be God in every situation, placing these words directly into the living, loving law. It is already done, as we affirm this together by saying, and so it is. Amen. Thank you. It's time for our offertory now. So let's have the offertory plate. Thank you.
Sure.
And Let's recite this together, please. The givingness of the divine expresses through me in the gifts I share today. Once again, the givingness of the divine expresses through me in the gifts I share today. So if you want to find your donate button and click that right here and right now. Thank you. So let's bless this offertory this morning. I know that these gifts have been given from the divine overflow of the universe. They are given from love and return to love. They bless the giver and receiver. And they allow this center to be a place where anyone can come and remember who they are. We are so blessed for this freedom, the ability to give and to receive. We return these tithes into the community where they are used in such a beautiful way. We are so grateful as we affirm this together by saying, and so it is. Again, I'd like to give a special thanks to Louis Milano for videoing us today and helping us with this production. Our ecclesiastical team of practitioners also want you to know that we are here for you during this challenging time, and we are available by phone for live prayer, or if you'd just like to chat. You can also use the link on the website to our practitioner web page for information about your practitioner choices, or send one of us an email. You may also submit prayer requests on the website, and our practitioners and I will pray for you for 1 week, just like we always have. Our practitioners continue to pray daily for our congregants, our community, our country, and our world. We are here to partner with you in spirit. So it's time for our closing music and benediction.
I send my love over the mountain. I send my love over the sea. I send my love into the heavens, and it returns to me. A wonderful week, everyone.
Okay, please repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening right now.
Something wonderful is happening right now.
It's happening in my mind,
It's happening in my mind,
in my body,
in my body,
and in the body of my affairs.
and in the body of my affairs.
I think it,
Think it,
I feel it,
feel it,
and I know it.
I know it.
Just the way that it is,
Just the way that it is,
and just the way that it is not.
just the way that it is not.
Thank you, life.
Thank you, life.
Have an awesome week, and we'll see you back here next week. Blessings. Namaste.
Namaste.
So it is.